East Coast know I'm rockin' with y'all. West Coast know I'm rockin' with y'all. North side know I'm rockin' with y'all. South side know I'm rockin' with y'all. I'm still riding with my day cause I'm rockin' with y'all. Whole county, throw your hands.
What up, everyone? It is the Love1st Podcast. It's your boy, Kata Don.
It's your boy, Wraith.
And we're back with another episode with a very special guest in the building. Well, virtually in the building, in the house. We have the CEO of Broke Rich Management, Mr. Tooley, the manager, artist extraordinaire. How are you doing, sir? How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. How y'all doing?
Man, doing great, man. What city are you currently in right now?
I'm in Columbus, Georgia, right at the moment.
All right, cool, Georgia, man. Shout out to Georgia in the building. New York to Georgia right now. Oh man, we're just we've been seeing what you've been doing, the artists that you've been working with, and just been a very big fan of the moves that you're making and the growth that you was able to do. I went to high school in a town called Lakeland, Florida, in Polk County, that's Central Florida. I remember as I was coming up, there was another artist coming up by the name of Jamie Ray, right?
Yeah.
He was still coming up, and now as we look at it, we just see him doing things on a very high level, from songs with Little Baby, having videos over millions of views, shooting big music videos. And I can't help but notice that you played a big role in that. I feel like a lot of things changed, when you got on with the management side of things and things of that nature. So can you tell, our audience, what's your story? How did you get into the music industry? And then how did you come across your artist, Jamie Ray?
Well, I'm a little older, so I got into music back in the early 90s. I worked with Little John when he first came out with that Who You With.
Oh.
And I had an artist by the name of Bo Hagen. In which I got signed to BME Warner Brothers. Nice. That was my introduction into music on a major scale.
Yeah, for sure. And how did you come across Jamie Ray from Polk County?
Well, Jamie, he had a deal once with when L.A. Reid first opened Hitco.
Mm-hmm.
And the production company he was signed to at the time, I was real cool with him. And so things didn't quite work out with Jamie and them. So Jamie and I just kept a good relationship just outside of music. Like I would call him and check on him. He'll text me. And I had like 1 foot in, 1 foot out the music. Jamie was 1 foot in, 1 foot out the music. So I call him every now and then. I'm like, Jamie, just send me something to listen to. He started sending me records. So this particular day, he had sent me this one record called Magic City. That's probably what y'all been seeing me post a lot. Magic City Cowboy. And I was like, Jamie, you got a hit. And he was like, man, what you want to do? I was like, I'm going to send it out to the people. And then I sent it out to Epic. And they jumped on it. He got to deal with that one record.
Wow. So major announcement, right? So you got Jamie signed to Epic Records, right?
Yep.
Wow.
You got the exclusive. I never announced it yet. We've been signed a couple months.
Yep. Love1st Podcast exclusive. Y'all heard it first over here, man. I mean, that's truly incredible. And I just know, from living in that city for some years, like and no matter where you're from, that's a crazy big accomplishment that people work their lives for. But to be able to come from such a small city and a small town like that and have that opportunity is truly amazing. And then you did it off a dope single, And what I try to teach artists too is no matter how talented, you are, it does take good relationships and good business behind what you're doing, not just a song, because you can have a fire song and things don't magically happen that way. I've been an artist myself. I'm an artist myself, so I learned. Oh wow, you gotta market, you gotta have business relationships, all that stuff.
Yeah. And one thing about Jamie, since you've been following him, he changed his style. He started his own genre of music, which we call it country trap.
Country trap.
I heard.
Yeah.
I was on his Instagram page the other day. I listened to a couple of songs. It's fire.
Yeah.
It's different. It's different.
Yeah, and he wasn't afraid to push the envelope. With Jamie is multi-talented. So Jamie can rap, he can sing, he can write, he can produce. He's like a one-stop shop. Like he's one of the most talented people I ever worked with.
Yeah. That's what's up. So actually, so speaking of that, with you being an artist manager, I know there's so many artists that are looking for managers and things of that nature. But from a manager perspective, what are you looking for when you want to, manage an artist, right? So for you to decide, okay, I'm gonna write up a contract and officially be this guy's manager and invest my time and energy and even finances into it, what are you looking for in an artist?
I look for different, unique. Like it's not all about like I'm not like a lot of people managers be like, oh, you gotta have a big buzz, they gotta have this. I'm not into it. I'm into the talent. If like you got some people who can sing, but they might not be a superstar. You know what I'm saying? You got some people who can rap. You gotta have the whole package.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I want artists to have a major career. I don't want them just bring me one record and then that be it. After that run is over.
I feel
like I believe in artist development.
Yeah, which is super dope. Yeah. I think artist development, especially nowadays, is a lost art. And that's why, music isn't, it's kind of be falling off a little bit, artist development is super important. So to even hear, you say that, I think is really dope. And that's something, I wish there was more of in the industry, because sometimes they just look for numbers just to have some instant. They don't care about the long run. So to hear that you care about artist development means you care about long term. You care about the superstar. Yeah. The superstars we had on this planet all had artist development. Mariah Carey, Michael Jackson, Beyonce, all these artists had artist development, and that's why they're so big.
Yeah, I was just gonna.
Yeah, you gotta have them, man, from the studio to the performance. Like my motto is with artists, you give the same energy. If you got a show with one person or 1,000, you get the same energy to that person. Like I tell artists all the time, I'll be like, man, I was actually I told artists today, I'm like, man, you got people that you can get $30,000 a show, for instance. You got people don't make that a year, you make that in an hour. Yeah. So, and within that 1 hour, you got to give them 8 hours worth of performance. You know, like if you ain't come off the stage sweating and tired, you ain't did your job.
Yeah. I agree with that. That's what they say about me too. They're like, yo, you mad in it, you gotta give your all into it. I definitely
gotta give it all to one. If one person paid they hard-earned money, give them that same show you gave it to, you do in front of 1,000.
100%.
And yeah, like I think it's a point when you talked about like versatility, because there's so many people that are doing music nowadays. So you have to be able to stand out. Because there's so many people trying to get into music. So it's the best thing you could do is stand out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a guy sent me a record the other day. He sent me like 3 records. And I hit him back. I'm like, you got Moneybagg Yo on your record? He's like, no, that's me. They sounded whatever, they sound whatever trending. And that's not good.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm old school. We call it signature sound. Like my thing is, if I hear artists, I want to hear them. I know it's them every time they play a record.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you don't need another Moneybagg. He good.
Exactly.
Don't be afraid to create your own identity.
Exactly.
Yes. And I'm glad you're saying that. Yeah.
I think some people, they be afraid to experiment. And so when they start making music, they come out the gate with already things that are out. Like a Roddy Ricch type or Playboy Cardi or Uzi, instead of trying to sound it themselves.
And see, I'm letting the world know on y'all podcast. Jamie pushed the envelope. He had one record called Magic City Cowboy. Got him a major record deal. Wow. One record. Because he wasn't afraid to change. He said, well, I did this rap. And I got bags with Moneybagg, Lucci, and all these people, NBA, Lil Baby. He like, it didn't work. So he said, you know what? I'm going to change up. I'm just going to try something new.
Right.
Yeah.
Try something new.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we always try something new.
Yeah. That's definitely what we're about, trying something new. And we encourage everyone to do that too as well, because I know people get discouraged when they hear the radio. They're like, oh, everyone sounds the same. How I'm going to get in there because, I don't sound like that. But what we have to remember is the biggest artists, the ones that are continuously moving units and doing something, they're very unique.
And I always say too, like there's always longevity in being authentic. when you're authentic, you last longer.
Yeah.
Because ain't nobody can do what you do.
Yeah.
Definitely.
See, that's why a lot of the old school, you might not hear a lot of music, but they stay on tour. Like they eat because they different.
They can still sell tickets.
Yes.
Yeah. You got artists, they probably dropped the record in 10 years and they do a tour, they sell out right now.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what a lot of artists don't realize. That's why you gotta have your stage show and all that stuff together. Cause you can constantly, you might not get as much as you get when you was hot, but if you still getting $10,000-$15,000 shows and you doing 3-4 a week.
Yeah,
that's gonna add up
100%.
real quick.
And then it'd be around the world because people feel like, oh, because they don't hear what you're doing. A lot of these people be out the country getting that, you know what I mean? That bag, you know, that originality, man. I can't preach that enough. And I think that's going to inspire the true artists out there who sometimes get discouraged, you know, because even myself, you know, I've gone through that. And I know a lot of artists can relate to. That's like, dang, I'm doing. And you almost be scared to be like different because you're like, everyone's just so used to hearing that. But, you know, this is the time, man. Be different. Put that out there. Don't stop. Don't give up because, you
don't quit.
Yeah, you know, we got good brothers out there like you that are really going to help those type of artists and the originality, you know, so 100%.
And like I tell artists all the time, I can't want it better than you. Like when y'all get in, like y'all ever get into management or whatever, and you got an artist, they might be the most talented person, but they don't show up to the studio. They don't, you know, like they had an interview with you today, they won't be on time. You know, and like that's one thing I can say about Jamie. Like just say like if we got to be somewhere at 5, Jamie be there at 4:30. Like by him being in the industry, he knows how important relationships is and how to be prompt. Like Jamie really is an artist that he's gonna be on time all the time.
Yeah, that work ethic.
And that's important because I've seen, you know, and I'm glad you brought that up, right? Because I actually have, you know, certain artist friends too as well, you know, that I've done music with, and I'd be explaining to them, and sometimes they'll be so talented, and I explain though, look, as your friend, I'm telling you this, all business aside, as your friend, you're talented, but I'd be scared to invest my money into you because I don't know if you're going to show up on this thing, if you're going to hurt a relationship for being late and this and that. And people have to realize, yo, the talent is dope, but you have to put other things with that because at the end of the day, it's a business. This is an investment, you know? You can ruin relationships by not.
And like I said, the artists you work with, you can't want it better than them.
Yeah.
They got to want it. It's something they got to be willing to dig deep. Like, you know, like you might work a 12-hour shift, but you might have studio another 5 when you get off. You just gotta like, you want it, you're gonna do what you gotta do. You know how many nights I had to drive all night and be sleeping the next day and still have to get up and go?
Yeah. Wow. You know, that, you know, it really brings me back because I remember a situation where, you know, I really wanted to, you know, I want to see my people win. You know, I do music myself, but I'm always surrounded by other people that do music. So also audio engineer. So I'm mixing down this guy's mixtape, trying to get it out for a day. I realized he didn't even give me all the songs, the right stems that's necessary. This person is out partying. And I really had, you know, thank God I had someone that was really here for me that came up to me and was like, look, bro, you care about his mixtape being out more than he does. You killing yourself right now. And they're out there partying. And that actually helped me like take a step back. You know what? That person has to want it more. Otherwise, this effort's going to be for no reason because we're going to put this out and it's going to be for no reason. So they have to want it more.
The work ethic has to exceed the talent.
That's true.
Because you can have the least talent, but if you're working harder than the dude that got the most talent, you might get there before him.
I can give you a prime example. I don't know how old y'all are, but when Bobby Brown first came out, he wasn't the greatest singer. He wasn't he was a hell of a performer. But he wanted it, his energy. You know what I'm saying? Like it was his energy. You know what I'm saying? Like he when he left, he had his back up against the wall when he left New Edition. But his energy in the studio, his energy on stage, that's what made him win. Ralph, while saying Bobby, and Johnny, while saying Bobby, 3-1.
Wow. Yeah.
But the energy Bobby gave on stage, he was a performer.
Mm-hmm.
So like you don't have to be the greatest.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You just gotta want it.
Yeah, 100%. Like I see people, they'll hate on like different type of artists, you know, like maybe like a Soldier Boy type of artist, and you know, not to particularly call one artist out. And what I tell people is like, look at this man's work ethic. There's a reason that he got there. So instead of just being an artist that's just hating on another artist being in that position, try to figure out how they got there. Especially if you feel like
you know this Soldier gonna catch one every couple years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He gonna catch it. He just caught one now.
Yeah.
He gets one every couple of years. Yo, people be sleeping on Soldier, and then he just comes out of nowhere, bro.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
He gonna start talking trash. He gonna catch a hit.
And you know, and it's from wanting it. It's having that grind and that work ethic. And I've seen so many talented people that will never make it because they feel entitled, maybe because of the talent. You know what I'm saying? You artists, you have to get over the entitlement.
I've seen so many of them be so close, like right there, and quit.
Yeah.
And you was
like,
there.
bro, you like 2 days away. You just came to this one show or this one thing.
100%. Gotta take advantage.
I think
and that's like,
I was just gonna say, I think part of it too is also being able to, you know, believe in yourself.
Yep.
Gotta, you know, not only just your manager believing in you, but you, in order for a manager to believe in you, you have to believe in yourself first.
Yeah. For anybody to believe in you, don't believe in yourself, but nobody gonna believe in you. So, like we was talking yesterday, and I was telling him, like, you got people that might not be the greatest rapper, they might be good managers.
Yeah.
Like it's so much more money you can make other than just rapping or singing. Yeah, like you know, like my son, for instance, he's 19, and he was like, I want to do a song. I'm like, you know, you might pull it off, but you can come with me and learn this management thing. And you still can live good and eat good and do what you do.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got like you rap and engineer. If your rap slow, you always somebody going to report all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a barber. Somebody call you. You might not have the money you want every day, but you can go and catch you a session and come up.
100%.
Yeah, 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so you got engineers, you got tour managers, you got so many people behind the scenes that make millions of dollars and never touch the mic.
Yeah.
And then, I was telling you yesterday, I got my own alcohol called Revanche.
Yes.
Yeah, it's called Revanche Cognac. It's it means revenge in French. I partnered with the team that did Ludacris Conjure.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we you know, we gotta try that, and we gotta support that, man. Black business.
Yeah, when we get off the phone, off the Zoom, DM me your address and I'll ship you a case out there.
Okay, all right, for sure, man. Appreciate that.
We're right at 30 states now.
Nice, man.
It's doing real well.
Congratulations on that, for real.
Appreciate it. And I'm in the CBD business. Like, it's so much money out here, man. Like, you just can't be afraid to go out and get it.
Yes.
Because like everybody always like you, like long as you try, you don't fail. You just learn.
Yeah.
Like I tell people all the time, I fell on my ass plenty of times.
That's crazy because you said that before.
Yeah, real talk.
Like you don't call it failing. You call it like a learning experience.
A learning experience, yeah, man. I didn't hit my ass, dust off, and came back.
Yeah, man. Nah, that's
people can't be afraid to lose. Like it don't take one win. You can get one win, one person, one win can change your life forever.
And I think it's important that you say that because I think that's a problem with the younger generation, as far as like having like an instant gratification mindset and wanting everything instantly and wanting things to pop up instantly and not necessarily putting in the work and the time. These young kids, they want everything like within freaking 6 months.
Yeah. You know why? Because with social media now, people don't post the struggle. They post the success. if a young kid that's 10 or 11, 12 see them, they see them up. They don't see the part where they sleeping on the floors and eating ramen noodles, scraping up $25 to get an hour in the studio here. They don't see that. They just see the success part. So they're like, oh, they did it. But, people don't say, well, man, I had to walk 3 miles to the studio every day. I didn't buy shoes for 3 months. Like, I seen artists, man, but I have been on the road. I'm not going to call the artist names and stuff. And we literally wasn't making money. We was on a promo tour. Nobody was getting money. We used to literally take our Air Force. We used to tiptoe on them, take them off, put them in a box, and not wear old stuff everywhere. The time for the shows, we'll put on the good stuff. Like this sacrifice, man. Like these artists are sold millions of records now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like people don't see that. They just see that big knot of money on the ear. Like I tell people, like I don't know if I still got it on my Instagram. I like, let's do a product challenge. Don't tell me to count my money. Tell me how many products you can put up. I put my bottle up to my ear. I'm like, let's do a product challenge. Let's go get you something to sell.
Yes.
And work it.
Yeah.
You got little kids out there on the side of the road selling water every day for $1. They hustling.
Mm-hmm.
Get you some products. Shit. When I was in school, we'd sell candy. Go to the store.
I'm with you on that one. I was one of those. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, just do it. Like, don't be afraid to take a chance, man. Like, like you're gonna find your niche. Like, it might not be in sales, but you might be able to create your own candy and let somebody else sell it. Yeah, I mean,
another thing you said too. Like, the more chances you take, eventually you'll find what you're good at.
Major key alert. Mm-hmm.
The more chances you take, you'll end up finding what you're good at. But if you don't take no chances, you're never gonna find what you're good at.
What is his name? The guy that owned the Falcons, Home Depot, Arthur Blanks, went bankrupt 12 times.
Yeah. Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Like, shit. The president we just had, Donald Trump, been bankrupt 1 million times.
Mm-hmm.
But the key, they didn't give up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't say he was the best president in my eyes, but he didn't give up on what he was doing.
100%. No, you're right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just don't quit. Like, if that might not work, find something else. Something's gonna work.
Yeah. 100%. Like you said, like people like Oprah was kicked off TV, told she wasn't fit for television. They told Walt Disney he wasn't creative enough. You know what I mean? Abraham Lincoln lost the election, I want to say over 70 times before he became president. Now he's one of the most memorable. So what you're saying is absolutely true. And I pray everyone receives that.
Yeah, one of my godfather in music is Ronnie Garrett. He's Tyler's music director. And he was with Tyler. He stayed down when Tyler was doing shows when he couldn't hardly pay them. He stayed right there with Tyler. He saw his vision. Guess what? To this day, he's still Tyler music director.
Nice.
He still working with Tyler. He done produced everybody from Destiny Child to God knows who else Ronnie has. But the point is, you find you a good team and y'all stay down, man. Like, y'all gonna have y'all come to Jesus. Y'all gonna have y'all agree to disagree moments. But at the end of the day, if y'all know y'all got each other back, you gonna win.
Yes. And that that's a big thing that we really like preach on this show, because and it's a lot of people with that instant gratification mindset. Like, listen, if it doesn't come now, stay with your team. You need a team, right? That's going to put you in the best position you could possibly be. All these people that made it to the top, they have a team. Even if you see one up front, they have a team, And if everyone gets over the instant gratification, it's like, look, let's stick through this through thick and thin. Let's make this work. No, without a shadow of a doubt, something's going to work.
And then see, this is what normally happens with your team once the artist gets a set. Other people get in their ear. And once other people get in the artist's ear, the people's ear, they start separating the team. And then once normally 99% of the time, the person in their ear have ulterior motives. They'll see, oh, you got money, you've been doing this, and they'll go and then they know if the artist, they found out the artist's weakness, and that's what they capitalize on. Like Jamie and I, we have talks every day, all day long about stuff. Like the money, I'm in it for the money, but the money don't motivate me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm the type of manager. If I manage you, for instance, just say hypothetically, everybody hit dry spell. You might come to me and say, hey, bro, I just bought a house, this, I'm running low. I might not even commission you. I might be like, you know what, bro, go on and get that. But anybody else be like, bro, I gotta eat. Because the money gonna come. Yeah. Like you don't have to be, you know what I'm saying, this shrewd oh man, fuck that. I don't give a fuck, you lose everything you got. But you don't care about your art, or you don't care about the people you in business with. It's you everybody gonna have to say, like I said, I can hit a dry spell today and I might say, James, I need it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you as a team, you can eat Roman noodles together at the same time, you eat steaks together. Like, don't nobody gotta know. Yeah. Right. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gotta know you ever, because like I say, what you going through, you just stay with that team that got your back. Because a lot of times when them teams break up, they end up getting back together. Especially if they true to it.
100%. The biggest thing you want from your team, and it's someone that has your back. I feel like, when it comes to learning and everything else that comes with it, you can learn, you can find a way to get it. The thing that you can't teach or you can't learn is having each other's back. You know what I mean? That's a character thing right there. Would always tell people, hey, when people want to work with you, don't necessarily like turn them down, find the place. And maybe how they want to come in or what you're saying, maybe that's not the perfect fit, but don't turn down people that want to have your back. You know what I mean? Like, you got to shout it out, spot the way. You never want to turn down that energy. How many times do you see me when I'm like, yo, that's some good energy now. Now, maybe they're not ready for this certain position that they're asking for, but you don't want to discourage that energy, because that's some good, honest energy, and you want to have that because it's going to do something.
Yeah. Industry, like, you need to have somebody backing you. You can't do it by yourself. It's impossible.
And you don't need yes men.
Yeah.
Like, I like people to be around me, to be honest. Like, if Jamie send me a record, I don't like it, I'm like, Jamie, I don't like that record. But that don't mean the other 10 million people in the world might like it. I personally might not like it.
Yeah.
But if you constantly tell me, oh, bro, it's a fight, that's dope, it's this, and then you get around 1,000 other people like, man, that's the worst record you ever cut. Well, all my homeboys like it, because they'll sit up there and tell you they like it and walk right out there and say, man, that's the wackest song I ever heard.
Yeah, they'll say they'll like it, but then they'll never promote it. That means you don't like it. Just say you don't like it.
Just say you don't like it. Hey, there's no hard feelings. That's why you say, that's why when people say, I got 500 songs cut, but out of 500 songs, only 100 might be worthy of ever putting out. That's like that. Like, you an artist, just cut the record. You might not. Sometimes you might hear a beat, you might write, you be like, it don't sound right in your head. But once you record, you be like, whoa, I tell them all the time, just cut it. Cut the record. You don't know how it's gonna come out.
I think it's always important to, like, as an artist, to focus on like your weaknesses. Because I mean, obviously it's good to always cater to your strengths, but if you could focus on your weaknesses too as an artist, that helps you improve.
Of course.
And like you talked about with the yes man, if you constantly around people and you play them, like, let's say you play them like 20 tracks, and they say that's fire to all 20 tracks, I don't know why.
He lying.
Be like, are you sure?
Here's the secret to that, right? Because you know what I tell artists, because they get gassed and they be feeling their own music a little, too much. And I tell them, look, here's the real reaction. When you play the song, instead of someone saying they like it and they're like, yo, can I download that somewhere? Can I purchase this? You know what I mean? Because that's the business that we're in. So a lot of people gonna be like, yo, I like it. And I see people get gas. I'm the best artist in the world. And I'm like, yo, did they say they want to download it? Are they trying to get? I've had people trying to bootleg my stuff. I was like, yo, please don't do that. But that's how you gotta, like.
That's what I'm saying.
Really
like, actions speak louder.
It's just like with Jamie and I, when we first cut the record, we put out a snippet. He did TikTok. They did almost 2 million on TikTok. Wow. And they had over 50,000 shares on Facebook.
Nice. That's how you know it's real. That's how you know it's real.
And it's all organic. It wasn't nothing.
And they doing dances to it.
And then they sharing it. And that's the biggest thing, because people could like it all day. But when you say they start sharing it, like, yo, I gotta, you know what I mean? Like that.
Sharing it on their own without you having to tell them to share it.
It's all organic. Yeah. Even the label was like, wow. I'm like, he's like, what y'all do? We just put it up on his platform. People start sharing it.
For real.
Can you talk a little bit about what made you want to become like a manager? Like what inspired you?
Well, when I first started, like I said, I had Bo Hagen,
Mm-hmm.
and I knew I could never rap. I couldn't rap or sing,
Mm-hmm.
and I always had a nick for marketing and and just business.
Okay.
And so, Bo Hagen was, I guess, my learning experience,
Mm-hmm.
but it was always something I just like. I always like to network with people and
Yeah.
and meet people and I try to keep relationships. I got relationships from 30 years. You know what I'm saying?
That's something I'm working on now because my talking skills is high.
Yeah. Like if you want to get into management, man, you got to be able to just have that personality to open up to people. You got to be shrewd. This music, I learned the hard way. It's a bulldog. It's a pit bull.
Yeah.
Now you go in there with this nice hee hee ha ha, they're gonna run all over you.
Yeah.
But if you gotta basically what I'm saying, you gotta like in the music industry, you gotta tell a person to kiss your ass with a smile on your face at the same time. You know, I'm just being honest, man, because with the music, man, people, it's nothing nice. Like you think like now you think I'm a beast. My son a beast. Cause he done seen me go through so much.
Yeah.
And he instantly shut something down. I might let some he like, nah, this shit, just stop it. Like, you know, like he instantly a beast. You got to be a beast. Like you can't be a sheep in a lion's den. You know what I'm saying? Like you just gotta. First, I tell people you got to study the business, know it, because they not gonna tell you. If you in negotiation, man, I've seen people sign contracts. Oh, like, man, I got 50%, but sometimes it might be 50% or 50% of somebody else 50%.
Ooh.
You gotta.
Yo, we were just talking about that yesterday.
Facts.
Case in, for instance, all right, you see Dame and Jay-Z going at about that Unreasonable Doubt, right? Their first deal, they did a joint venture. You can go Google it, but they were like, "Oh, we gonna get this from that deal." Then once they signed it, they found out they got a 50% of somebody else 50.
Yeah.
So know your, like we've been there. Know your contracts. Know what you negotiating. Keep good relationships. Like some of the biggest assholes in the industry, man. Sometimes you be want to just choke them, but you got to keep good relationships.
100%. Yeah, it be like that. I've definitely worked with people like that. I think I know one time me and this one producer, we're just like, man, we just feel like later on in life we could be beneficial for each other. So we're not gonna choke each other out in this moment, even though we want to. That's good business. You can't burn bridges. That's the biggest thing. You do not want to burn bridges.
Industry real small. Cause you don't know, like you and that producer could have got into it and you bumped into to somebody and there was an A&R at the label, like, yeah, my cousin so I want to plug you with him. You're like, oh bro, man, we just got into it yesterday. It runs small. The execs, like he could be a producer today and A&R tomorrow.
100%. That's so real.
So just keep good relationships. Try to keep good relationships.
Yeah, as much as you can. Yeah.
As much as you can, yeah. And keep your artists. Like I tell people, like even with Jamie, I tell people, keep your his entourage small. Like you don't artists, if you got 30 people on the road with you gotta take care of 30 people.
Yeah.
And the thing about that is one of them 30 can go do something. They're not gonna come after the 30. They're gonna come after you, the artist.
Yep.
Like you can be, hypothetically speaking, like you in New York. You could have came to Atlanta and did a show last night. You went back to New York and one of your people, your entourage, stayed here and went and robbed somebody. The first thing they're gonna associate it with you.
Facts.
So keep your circle tight, man. Keep people, and then don't have enablers. Like if you know your artist has, just say, a drinking problem, don't have people around him that gonna be drinking all the time.
Yeah. Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Major.
Like
Major key.
yeah.
Major.
Yeah, just keep good people around and genuine people. Keep it small, man. Keep the circle tight. Run it like the mob. Keep it tight.
Yeah. No,
And another thing, I don't know if I told y'all this. I'm working on a new DMX movie too, Dogging.
Oh yeah, man. So tell us about that and how that. I know we spoke briefly on the phone about it. Yeah, tell us about this movie and how it came about.
DMX, my PR person Amy, which who I do some of the cannabis stuff with. She was like, I got a person I want you to meet. It's DMX cousin. I'm like, okay. And then his name Antonio Simmons. He was like, yeah, I got the movie. Like I can see y'all all the stuff, BET talking about it now. Everybody talking about it.
Yeah.
And so we linked up. And he was like, so what you work with? I sent him Jamie stuff. He was like, I want him in the movie. We're gonna do this. And it went from that to I want you to help put my soundtrack together. So if you got some music, man, I seen my email address. Send it.
Yeah, send that. We definitely got some music for you.
Yeah, and they and he's doing the thing like they did with Paul Walker, the digital face. I think they call it CPI.
Yeah, the CGI.
Yeah, they doing that now too. Yeah, they in the making of doing that to finish the film.
Wow. And you say you're doing that in Atlanta too, right?
They're shooting Atlanta, New York, Philly.
Yes. Oh wow, those are my 3 favorite commuting spots. So
yeah,
I'll be at all 3 for you. You just let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you know. Yeah, because like I said, the buzz is out. So now they just getting all his images and stuff together, and it's gonna be a dope move once put together. We got a lot of behind the scenes footage, a lot of unreleased material that we're remixing.
Yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be dope, man.
That's dope. Yeah, that's dope for sure, man.
Can you talk a little bit more about how can I word this? Like the personality skills that's required to be a good manager. Like what would you think are some good like personality traits to have when you're dealing with an artist?
With artists,
yeah.
Like with me, you got to be open.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to listen.
Yeah.
Now that's number one. Let's see, you got to be patient.
Yeah.
Because the artists, boy, they you be going, through a lot with artists. You got to know your business. You got to be shrewd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you let me see what else. It's like a lot of stuff you're gonna learn on the fly.
Right.
Because everybody's different. But
right.
but you gotta know the business.
Yeah.
Like learn everything you can about people. Like y'all got my numbers and stuff, man. Like if you're dealing with an artist or a situation or something, just hit me up. I'll be like, hey man, this what I would do.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to ask somebody something that you don't know. Yeah. And don't be afraid to say no.
Yeah.
And
I learned the hard way. That's important. Please, people, do not skip over that. Know when to say no, for real.
Yeah. And don't be afraid to tell your artist they wrong. Be like, nah, man, that ain't. Don't that ain't cool. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay. And like main thing, man, you gotta be a people's person.
Yeah.
Once you're the manager, everybody gonna come at you left and right. Everybody gonna want you to manage them. Everybody gonna just say like you his manager and you go get him a deal, and just say like you kind of got him a deal like I got Jamie. Everybody gonna expect me to get them a deal like Jamie. Oh, you did, but see they don't know Jamie don't have deals before. Jamie don't been through the ring.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody gonna expect you to do the same thing, and I tell people all the time it don't work like that.
Yeah.
You know, like I got 2 other artists who Jamie signed, one named Ray Rockman and Trilla the Kid. And they streaming big numbers right now. They making money just independently right now.
Wow.
They dropping records, they do 200,000-300,000 streams all the time, easy.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, do y'all know how many streams does it take how many streams equate to one physical sale?
What is the exact number?
1,500.
1,500. Gotcha.
So when a person come to you and be like, well, I got 20,000 streams, like, oh, you don't sold what, 5-6 records? Which is 20,000 not bad, don't get me wrong. but like that's what I'm saying. That's the kind of stuff you got to learn.
Yeah.
When you come, when you as a manager, you got to learn the little things. You got to learn how to deal with these promoters.
For real.
Because like you go, they'll send you the back end. You get to a city. I mean, you get the front end. You get to the city, and they'll disappear on you, or they get you to the club. Don't want to pay you, man. It's like you got to deal with a lot. Like you got to be kind of built for it.
Definitely. And that, you know what I tell people too, if you really support an artist, man, stop just streaming. You can stream just to hear it, verify it's fire. Once you know you like it, go to iTunes or Amazon and purchase that.
Yeah.
That's what really helps the artist more than the streams, because we'll get like 1 million streams and get like $3,000 for like 1 million. Like it's nothing. So mind you, somebody can purchase 3,000 copies and you'll make way more than $3,000.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you really support an artist, people, please purchase iTunes, Amazon. If you're an artist and you want that good karma, when you want to support an artist, do that same thing for the others. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like for real.
Yeah, and it's just like with my liquor. A lot of, I deal with, like, I have a lot of celebrities that posted for me for free. Track Beckham, he just posted for me the other day. And like I hit this one artist up. I like, because he was posting one of my competitors. I ain't gonna call their name, but they one of the biggest cognac brands out. So I asked him, I said, hey man, I send you a few bottles, would you post it for me? I'm independent, I'm small, First thing he hit me, he said, how much you paying? I was like, okay. I hit him back, I said, the same amount the other brand was paying you. Yeah, I'm like, okay, like y'all, like people hit the independents up, try to kill them. I'm like, bro, I don't mind, but some people say, oh, I posted for 5,000. I'm like, did they give you 5?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm like, do they give you 5? Do they, like look at it, like I ain't actually doing that for free, but at the same time, well, as I grow, we all could grow.
Yes.
Like that's what we got to do in business. Like people, let's grow together. Like if you can support those big, like you had some shoes, and you ask the artist to wear your shoes, and they be like, "What you gonna charge me to wear what you gonna give me to put on your shoes?" Same, like, but you'll go buy Nike, you go buy Air Force Ones all day.
For real.
Be like, like if I send you a pair, Nike is not going. Nike can send you 100 pair of shoes and not even blink an eye. But every time I send out you a pair, that's coming out my bottom line.
Yeah. Yep.
Like even with my alcohol, what I can't get it cheap. I can't buy to get it made cheaper or as cheap as the big brands, because I'm not buying 100,000 cases or 1,000,000 cases at a time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then and like I was telling you earlier, and one thing about business, like even though we're selling real well, the thing about it, sometimes you might not even see profit, because all your profit got to go back in to keep your demand going.
You know what I'm probably got to go back into inventory.
Yeah.
Because like I can say, oh man, we just sold 5,000 cases. Now I might look on the books, we got 10,000 orders. So every bit of money I just made, it's going right back to get those 10.
Yeah. 100%.
So that's what a lot of people too, like even as management, like it ain't you are a babysitter, but it ain't your really job just come out your pocket all the time for artists. Your job to go out and help find money. Now you're gonna be times you're gonna be spending money and doing stuff, but it's your job to go out there and find revenue.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Get paid.
You're right.
And then another thing, another jewel I give you, if you got an artist that buzzing, don't be too quick to sign, let's say a clothing deal for 20,000. You might just hold out a little while on, that same 20 gonna turn to 1,000,000.
Yes.
Just like you get your deal, they might offer you a publishing deal for 35,000.
Yeah.
You might hold out and say, you know what, I'm good, because your show's gonna come in, and that same publishing deal might be 4 million.
Yeah.
And another artist I work with, I helped but I wasn't like involved in his deal with Jack Harlow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we got him to Atlanta, and I wasn't all the way into music, so I'll be honest with you, I ain't have all the paperwork like I should have had, and it happened so quick.
Yeah.
And that was a case in point where it's a learn. That's one of the things you learn from.
Yeah.
Like, because I had just started doing the liquor, so the liquor was like my passion. That was my thing. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else. I don't even drink.
Wow. Which is good because at least more profit because you're not doing your own supply.
Yeah. No. Like when we did the tasting and we did everything, when we did the blend, everybody got friends and family that drink. Yeah, but I just don't, because if you notice, the McDonald's family don't even eat McDonald's.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm just being honest with you, like, because you in a big, like, people like, oh, how can you do something and you don't do? People do it every day. You know what I'm saying? You got people run businesses that never ever use the products they make.
Yeah. There's a bunch of gangster rappers that never lived that life.
Never. You're right. Yeah, never. No, remember, you go Google Ice Cube after he did his deal. He said that he did it on a song, or he said it. He was like, man, I talk all this gangster stuff, but I go back to Beverly Hills at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So you don't be afraid to say, I want to get an alcohol, but if you don't drink.
Yeah.
As long as you know you got a good product, it's gonna sell itself. Good gonna sell itself.
Yeah.
Just like you said, good product. As long as you know you're coming with quality with what you're doing, that's the important factor.
Like when I send y'all the bottle, you'll see it. I did not skimp on the design. I got a glass cork. I don't have the wooden cork inside of it.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't skimp at all. And it's XO it's a VS, it's XO VSOP blend, so it's ultra smooth.
Yeah. And we'll definitely, post that and support, because and we drink on occasion. We're not like some heavy drinkers, but the biggest thing is the way that you move. We respect how you're moving. You're a Black man with a good business, and I expect high quality product from you because that's what I've seen thus far. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I'm gonna always stand behind, because there's been like certain type of like liquor people that's like, hey, just hold this bottle, do that, and I don't do that personally. But what I do is I stand behind good people and high quality brands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we respect what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Especially if it follows up with the content of your character. Because having character, that goes a long way.
Yeah,
especially when you're selling product.
Because the one thing I can't stand, right, and it was like sometimes, because I come from the CD era too, right? So I used to sell CDs on the block. And then I met some people that were like, oh, we're Christians, we can't purchase that from you. And I'm like, one, I'm a Christian as well, and I'm not robbing or doing this, a negative influence. I'm actually doing something positive. So as a Christian, why would we not support something like this when you see this guy is, instead of all these other negative things they could be doing, coming out here doing something positive and putting their all into that. Say when people use like other reasons to not support something genuine, like let's make it about the character. Let's make it about the quality of what's happening,
Yeah, that's true, because like I can't tell you how many CDs I done bought over the years, probably never listened to them. But I supported them.
Exactly.
Actually, I was at because we do a lot of in-stores. I was in Atlanta on No National at this store. I think it's called Star. And there was a lady outside selling her gospel CD. Like, I hadn't seen a person sell a CD in years. I was like, she was like, how much is it? She was like, 5. So I'm gonna give you 10 because you out here hustling. Yeah, like the little boy outside the road, man. If I see him, I buy one. I might have 3 or 4 of them in the car. I just buy them. I'm like, y'all out here, like you just said, they could be doing a million other things.
Yes. So I definitely respect that. And even something that you said that really kind of touched me too was, with the growing businesses, right? And sometimes people want all this stuff for free and stuff like that. And special shout out to my sister, because when I had merch, right? And I really had to explain this concept to her, and she finally got it. Not at first, but like your family and your friends, they'd be like, "Oh, I know you. I should get this merch for free. I should get this." I was like, "No, you know what I'm saying? That's not how." I was like, "One, you support a bunch of companies that will never support or show love back. So why not show love and support to someone that's right here in front of you that you know has a positive mission and what they're doing? And I'm putting this money right back into this. I'm not even here to just, you know, like have big pockets of money, especially when you're coming up. All that money and what you make it is literally going, like you said, back into the demand. You know what I mean? So
and it costs you, like your product costs you. Like
Definitely.
it costs, like it's man, it's like your time is cost. Like people don't know, like when you sit down and you know, like that's another thing about being a manager. When you sit down and you talk to these people for hours and hours, you consult them, that's a cost. Like you bet your time is back. You never get it back. Like that's one thing about time. Once it's gone, it's gone. And you never get it back. Like so when you sit down, you be talking to people, that's time, that's money. Because what made me learn this, I was at the barbershop one day, and an old guy was trying to buy his seat because I was trying to leave. And he said, "Son, the time I'm gonna miss with my grandson, it can't be bought." He said that, so just sit your butt down and enjoy the moment. I was like, wow, that's true.
Yeah.
Like it's your time is your money, dog. Like when you sit down talking and you advising people how to do stuff, because a lot of them big boys ain't gonna do it. They gonna say, "Oh, you can give me $50, $100 an hour." You know what I'm saying? So as being a manager, you're gonna come into a lot of people, you're gonna be sitting down with that thing, you know, you be thinking this person want to do something, you've been wasting 4-5 hours or half a day with them to find out they ain't gonna do nothing.
In order for your business to boom, you need time. You need time to perfect your craft.
And then now you're gonna start learning within the first 4-5 minutes of conversation. You be like, "Oh, this ain't going nowhere." My son's good at that. He'll tell you heartbeat. "No, I'm good, man. I ain't." And another thing you're gonna do as an artist, as a manager too, I've been learning this recently. Start listening to everything. You can tell when the first minute or two of a song is gonna hit, but you never know when somebody's gonna give you something. You never know. You might catch one. You be like, "Whoa." So just take a second. If they give you a little CD or a little link, I go on their little SoundCloud and scroll through and listen to a few of them. I'm like, okay. And some of them I might say, nah. And then, you know, I'm older, so I might go around my son and his friends or some younger people I know and let them listen. I come from the Tupac and Biggie and Wu-Tang era. And
Facts.
So a lot of the new music, my son, I'm like, "Hey man, how this sound? What you think?" It's like there's an artist signed to Epic named Phil. What is his name too? Phil McLeod.
Okay.
Yeah, he got a voice. Like this guy got a golden voice. So my son was looking at his video, and I know his manager real well. He was like, "Dad, I want to redo his video." So I called his manager, and my son came up with a whole new treatment. I wouldn't have came up with it because he's from a young point of view. Yeah, and that's another thing. Don't be afraid to take corners from people. You know, especially like if you're an artist, a producer. I've seen artists and producers get into it because producers like, "I want you to sing like this." The artist couldn't see what the producer was doing. "No, man, I want to do it." He said, "Just try it my way, then we'll try it your way." And sometimes that person might see something you don't see in a record.
Exactly.
And as a man,
you gotta work together. I gotta work together. Yeah, look at the bigger picture.
Facts.
Yeah, even as a manager, sometimes you might see something the artist don't see. Y'all gonna bump heads and be like, just try it my way this time. And then because sometimes the artists be so caught up in writing and doing stuff and so much be going on, they don't see a lot of things. As a manager, you gotta catch it. You gotta catch the vibe when you somewhere. Like if you on the road with them, you gotta catch the vibe of that club. You gotta catch the vibe of the people. You might say, "Hey man, we can do this record. We're gonna perform and hit this back door. It's over. We out of here because the vibe ain't right." You gotta catch it. The artists might not see it because they in the moment.
I think one of the best things you talked about when I asked you about the personality traits, I think when you mentioned like to be able to ask questions, I feel like people don't do that enough. Like even in general, like people act like they know everything when they don't know nothing.
Yeah, no.
Don't be afraid. Hey, what you mean
Nothing.
by that?
And you know what? I got a question for you too, because you know what I've seen on another scale, right? Because I went to a music school, and they had a business portion, and a lot of people were training to be business managers on one side. And I seen when they actually got out into the industry, because they just expected reading this book was giving them all they needed to know. They really wouldn't listen to anything else. They were just so focused, oh, I learned it from the textbook, I got the degree, and then they were kind of lost when they got to the industry. Mm-hmm. So what is the best advice that you could tell someone that maybe went to school for being an artist manager, but never had the experience, that this is something you got to know from experience? Like, this is what the books don't tell you, you know?
The books don't tell you the truth. The books tell you the business aspect of it.
Yeah.
Like I never been into those books and stuff like that. You're gonna learn on the fly. Because every situation gonna be different. Everything is like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna learn, like, how can I put it? Let me see the best way to break it down. Your best learning experience gonna be on the road and doing it. The book can give you the knowledge of different avenues, but the main thing is what you might see in that book might not never happen in real life. You know, that book ain't gonna tell you gonna go in the club and they might shoot that mug up. That book ain't gonna tell you about them janky promoters.
Yep.
Them book ain't gonna tell you about these promoters will book you and you get in the city, you think you got hotel rooms and you got this, you get there and the promoter and the club shut down. You know what I'm saying? You know, and these people ain't gonna tell you, the book ain't gonna tell you about these people gonna give you bad contracts.
Major keys.
Like it's just a learning experience. Like I've been doing it 30 years. I still learn stuff to this day. Yeah. It's just like hands-on, man. It's no text for it. It's just, you know what I'm saying? The book gonna give you the knowledge, but the learning, the hands-on gonna get it. That's where you're gonna learn from. Yeah. Because I can preach to you all day, every day till you go out there. I can tell you every experience, everything I went through. You go, oh, okay. And then, but my experience might be totally different from yours. Yeah. I mean, I can prepare you for some stuff. That book can prepare you, but it's like making Kool-Aid. Pouring it in there and it's sour till you put the sugar and get it to your taste. And then once you get it, you're gonna smell bullshit 100 miles away. You can a person gonna walk in the room, you're gonna say that motherfucker, he full of shit. You ain't gonna get words.
Facts. You know, and the biggest thing I like what you were saying too, and I noticed, especially when some people feel like, oh, I got the degree, I got the books with it, is they'll be closed off to listening. And I think, you know, something that made you truly successful, and in the common theme and all the stuff that you've been saying, is that you listen. So even though, you know, you've been doing this for 30 years, you might talk to someone that was younger and be like, well, what do you think of this? Instead of totally dismissing it. And you found your success your way, and you still done that. And that's what keeps elevating you to even higher heights. That's something I respect. And I hope, you know, to the people watching, and they take that as a major key, you know, keep listening, keep learning. Because once you feel like you know it all, you stuck. It's over. You know what I'm saying? If you want to elevate, you have to keep learning.
Yeah, you can learn something from a baby.
Yep. Facts.
Like I said, don't be afraid to ask, man. Like, you don't know, you just don't know. You know, don't nobody know everything. You know, like I said, like if you in a situation, you like, I don't know, ask them, like, man, what you mean? Break it down for me. What you mean by this? Now, how this? No, okay, now I know. Because if not, you're gonna be stuck. Then when that situation come again, that person like, man, we just did this. Then you like, well, I didn't really know what you said. Why you didn't ask?
I think when you have the mentality of trying to learn everything and asking questions, you'll put yourself way more ahead than somebody that already acts like they know everything out the gate, you know. And that, I appreciate that.
You know, that's something that, you know, I've really worked on too, is just ask a bunch of questions. You know, sometimes people, you know, they'll be annoyed because I've been asking questions, but I was like, yo, look, I'd rather get to the answer instead of just assuming I know, you know, and I keep good people around me. Like you said, when you have a team, is you want to keep good, real, honest people around you, and not people that are gonna pretend to know.
Yeah.
They give you the wrong information. But people that
you're
doing
gonna
that,
have people that gonna tell you. I mean, if you're gonna be looking dead in their eye, they're gonna tell you just the wrong. You be like, you know, they telling you wrong. They know they telling you wrong. You be like, really? You gonna say this? You know it's wrong.
Yeah,
And they be sounding convincing.
I was in an independent label meeting one day, and it was just a bunch of people saying the wrong stuff. And I was just like, oh, they wrong. And you know what? I just stayed quiet and listened because I was like, I'm going to do the opposite because I know this is just so wrong. Yeah. I'm going to succeed up just doing the exact opposite of what's being said right now.
It's just like being signed to a major label. They don't know everything.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? They just got a huge budget, but they don't know everything. Because I was telling this guy, he signed to Motown. And he was telling me this. You know, he was like, well, Motown did this. I said, man, look, you got kids that 15 and 16 could get on social media and break a record for you for free. And you got a label can pay somebody millions of dollars, can't break a label. Break a record. Mm-hmm. That's why I told you I surround myself with these youth with my son and them because they social media savvy. They stay on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm old and been in the industry, I mean, I know, you know, the game changes every day. If I ain't on the internet or something every day, I wouldn't even know. I have to rely on other people. Yeah. And don't be afraid to rely on them. And then just pay people what they worth. Yes. Yes. You know, sometimes you have to come out of the pocket for people knowledge. Some people will say the game sold, not told. And then some people like me, I'll just give it to you because each one teach one. Because guess what? It might be something I'm gonna have to hit you up for. Hey man, you remember when we went to so and so and you did how you do that? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you ask me something, I'm like, man, I tell you for $100 did. Guess what? When I need something, you can be like, oh, how bad? Oh, he need this bad. He calling me, so I'm gonna bust him in the head. Yeah. You're a man of success, even from what you said, because a few episodes ago, we were literally talking about the crabs in the barrel mentality, right? Where people just want to hide information or they want to pull you down when you see you going up. But you have that winner mentality that, hey, I don't mind sharing the knowledge, sharing the wealth, because it may benefit me. But also that's your confidence that, you know, hey, whether or not I'm going to get it, giving this information will never stop you, you know? And some people be so insecure, like, if I give this out, this is going to stop me somehow. You know, not realizing the more people winning around you, that should lift you up. If you have an abundance of winners around you, how can that hurt you? Just say, for instance, you call me tomorrow, right? And you ask me some stuff, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, just do this, what I think, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Lo and behold, a year later, you go get a major label deal. Your label is hot right now. You just signed a 20 million. Guess what? I might pick up the phone and say, hey, bro, I got this artist, you know. I want you to check him out. You be like, hey, bro, I got you. You listen, like, let's do a deal. But if I would have been an asshole when you asked me for a 2-minute question, you be like, man, shit, I ain't, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So you just never know because you here today, it might not be, you might propel up tomorrow.
Yo, tables always turn.
Tables turn. Always. That's the motto.
The world don't go 360 degrees for nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, like the person might be down, you might not be down long. Yes. Like I tell people all the time, same thing, make you laugh, make you cry. 100%. Yeah, like I say, y'all can call me tomorrow and I might sit on the phone with y'all 2 hours, get y'all advice and not think nothing about it. And it might be a year from now, y'all might be the hottest people from New York to Philly to Atlanta. I'm like, I got an artist like fit right, but let me call him. Yeah. Because sometimes your favors outvalue money. Because I give you a story. My daddy, he know a guy. When he said when he was growing up, the guy was like always in trouble and stuff. And my daddy bailed him out of jail, helped him out a lot. And this guy came up. So one day I asked my dad, I said, that's why you just don't hit him up for all the stuff he did. He said, you never know when I might need my favor. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? So sometimes your favors outvalue money.
100%.
You know, I could have been an asshole on this podcast, and next week I ask y'all to put Jamie on. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you know. I wake up in the morning, y'all got 50 million subscribers and 2 billion views.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
You just never know.
Yeah, that's the goal, man. Speak that into fruition, 100%.
Yeah, hey, it's done.
You know?
It's in the universe.
And I agree. I feel like the top most successful people, and what you start realizing is that a lot of it comes from more relationships than just necessarily money. You'll see, like, yo, it's relationships, you know, that is like put people in these types of positions, you know. So I agree with that, and just how you make, you know, because I live by the same way of the way let's help, let's give people the opportunity to win, because obviously we can't give them everything it takes themselves, right, to want it and go get it, but let's give them some tools, you know what I mean, that we've learned, and then we can all benefit and rise up. And that's what an empire is. When you're not scared, you want everyone rising up for you, for this dream, for this goal, you know what I mean?
Yep, because trust me, everybody that made it, somebody gave him a shot.
Yep.
Like, you look at Master P, his independent grant, Priority gave him a shot. Even though Priority probably said, well, I don't know if he's going to do good, but I'm going to give him a shot.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody had a shot. Like everybody had a shot. Like, from all these guys, from Puff, all of them, somebody gave him a shot. Somebody believed in them.
Yep.
Some won, some lost.
They took the
like people talk about Master P now. Master P did, he fell off. Man, if I sell 100 million records and make $400 million,
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody have a run.
Yeah.
You know, some people run longer than others.
Yeah. And
but
that's
you have to capitalize on your run.
Yes. And that's where I'm really like, I like talent, but I'm super attracted to work ethic. Like, when I see work ethic, that's somebody that I would maybe, if I see somebody that, okay, they sound dope to someone, okay, he might not sound as dope as this guy, but he's out in the streets pushing this stuff every single day and doing this. I'm actually gonna invest a little more time and energy into that, because I feel like, yo, eventually I'm investing energy, right? Because who just wants to just give energy? You know what I'm saying? You want to kind of feel like it's an investment, and hopefully there could be a return on the investment of the energy and time, like you said, something you can never get back.
Like I said,
you know?
Like man, like, don't be afraid to try, man. Just try and try and try. Like, try again. Because if you want it bad enough, you're gonna get it.
Yes.
You go. It might not come when you want it to come, but it gonna come.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The universe gonna give it to you when you're ready for it.
Facts.
When you get blessed, that's gonna be your time.
We were just talking about that, for real.
And the hard work is always gonna outweigh the talent.
Yes.
It's always gonna outweigh the talent. Especially if you're consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always.
I'm telling you, there was probably better basketball players than Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron. But guess what? Not many people work harder than them.
Okay, it's a guy from New York, Earl Manigan, the GOAT. They call him the GOAT. He was the Earl. I can't think of his name. He's from New York. He was Earl some early 70s. They were slated him to be one of the best basketball players in the world, but his mentality went down.
The work ethic.
Exactly.
The work ethic, yeah.
I seen a video on Kobe Bryant the other day. He got up at 3 a.m. Got 4 sessions in a day.
Facts.
Well, Kobe was shooting 1,000 free throws a day or something.
Yep.
I'm like, no wonder. Like
Floyd Mayweather. You know, people say what they want to say about him, but his work ethic, work ethic is crazy.
You ever seen his documentary?
Yeah, yes.
When he's talking about he used to go in the snow and how he sacrificed when people was laughing at him, and they look at him.
I bet you those people are not laughing no more.
Nah.
Yeah, it's just like something my dad always tell me. I always ask, like, why you do this every day? Why you fish? He said, because I don't work and retire and I deserve. I'm like, okay. When they say Floyd, he bought a $20 million watch. Shit, he got his face beat in for it. If he want to enjoy the Reaper, you know, well, he worked on shit. Let him enjoy it.
Yeah. And you know, and even like another example, I hate calling out names, but like Adrian Broner, super talented, but his work ethic wasn't quite the same as his talent, and that limited him. And then he got to a high place, but he probably could have been one of the best if his work ethic
once he got
or exceeded it.
From Adrian, from what I've been studying and reading about him and looking at him, once he got to the plateau, he got comfortable.
Yeah.
See, like Floyd, he got that. He know he had to train. You know, one thing like Floyd had said one time, he said he wanted to be with the best. He wanted to be the best. And this guy said, well, you got to get trained by the best. Get your, him and Floyd, dad had their relationship wasn't the best at first. And the guy said, get back with your dad. If you want to be the best, let your daddy come back in and start training you.
Yeah.
In order to be the best, surround yourself with the best.
Yes. Like you said from the beginning, no yes man. People that are gonna be real with you, they're gonna push you, and major key that you said again, get rid of the enablers. You can't have the enablers around you.
They ain't no good.
You boxing and they telling you, yeah, it's cool to drink, let's go to the party. What? They're not playing you, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah. I mean, you dropped a lot of keys on there. Actually, before we go, what would you say is the top quality a manager should have, right? That an artist should look for, and then anybody that wants to be a manager, they need to make sure, hey, I'm perfecting this, right there. What is the top quality they should have?
The top quality manager should have, number one, they should learn the business, learn what it takes to be a manager. Number two, learn how to control your anger and because people will piss you off. Like, you got to learn how to control yourself. You got to be a people's person. You got to be willing to listen, and you got to be strong enough to lead. You got to be a king.
Yes.
You got to be the king. Like, the manager is the king. Like, the artists, they their own king, but you got to be able to direct and figure. You got to know what's gonna happen before it even happens.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta be 2 steps ahead of everybody, because everybody's gonna come at you. Like I said, if you're a sheep in a lion's den, you're gonna get ate.
Yes.
Just learn it, and don't be afraid to tell a person no.
Yeah. 100%.
Like, a lot of people like, yeah. No, this not gonna go. Like, you're gonna piss the man, you're gonna piss a lot of people off, but they're gonna respect you. But the main thing, man, just listen. Listen and learn. Like, if you open to learn, the sky the limit. Like, I wasn't always who I am now. You know what I'm saying? I started, like I said, I fell buku time, but I got up, I dust myself off, and kept going.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing. Like, you might come through 10 artists, but you're gonna find that one if you don't quit.
Yes.
Just don't quit. As a manager, as an artist, or whatever, if you selling icicles, don't quit. Just keep doing it. If you selling plain icicles and nobody like it, go put some Kool-Aid or something. Do some flavored icicles. Just don't quit. Just keep going. Like, I never quit music, but I had one foot in and one foot out. But it's a passion. Another thing, you gotta have a passion for it.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got to have passion. Like, you
gotta
gotta enjoy what you do.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna push you. Help being that motivating factor. Yep.
Yeah, you gotta have passion. As a manager, you got to have passion. You got to enjoy what you're doing. It's something you gotta love. You gotta want it.
Yes, man.
Like I was telling you about an artist. You can't want it better than them. As a manager, you gotta want it too, just as bad as that artist.
Yes.
Because the harder you work for that artist, the more money you make. If you get 20% per se, that's $20 100. So if you go get them $100,000 deal, that's what you just made. You made $20,000.
Yep.
But if you sorry and you don't want to go out there and look for that 100, you take the first thing coming, you get a $10,000 deal, you just made you $2,000. But you take that little time. That's why I was telling you about weaning through stuff and finding out what's the best.
Yes.
And be willing to hold out. Don't get too greedy too quick. For instance, a guy had called me, inboxed me the other day, wanted Jamie to do an exclusive deal right now for a close line of $5,000. If I needed the money, he needed the money. Guess what I would do? I would have jumped on it right then and there. Like, okay. But guess what? For the next 2 years, I couldn't even go out nowhere and do nothing else in clothing for him.
Yeah.
Like, stuff like that, you're gonna have to, as a manager, you got to figure out what's better in the long haul.
Yes.
And have your paperwork right, have your contracts right with the artist. Because to be honest with you, managers are normally the first to go.
Yeah.
They'll keep a homeboy around them, draining their pocket left and right. And the managers, a lot of times, we be the first ones to go.
Yeah.
So that's why you have to always stay on top of your business. Stay on. That's it right there. Stay on top of your business.
Stay on top of your business. Yes.
That sums up in there. Stay on top of your business.
Stay on top.
And as a manager too, don't be afraid. Don't spread yourself thin. Don't try to have 100 artists.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Don't try to manage everybody coming to you. I mean, some people, man, they might be ultra talented. They might have the hustle. They might have everything together, but they just not manageable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember that too. Everybody's not managed. They can have a total package. They just might not be manageable.
Yeah.
That's why you see a lot of artists that, they be like, "Oh, I manage myself." Oh, you manage yourself because you're not manageable.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want to listen. And all money ain't good money. Sometimes you just tell them, "Hey, bro, you know what? God bless you."
Yep. All money ain't good money. Facts.
All money not good money, because you gotta sit up there and fight tooth and nail with a person all day and argue and go through a man. Okay, man, you know what? This ain't working. It's like a bad relationship. Sometimes they cut you off because something else gonna come. Somebody gonna say, "Oh, if you did that for him and he was like that, imagine I'm like this, you do that for me."
Yeah.
Like, people recognize good work and good qualities.
Definitely. And it reminds me of I always have this quote that I'm preaching, and we have similar mentalities when it comes to stuff. But I always preach, don't be thirsty, be hungry. You know what I mean? Be hungry to go out and get it, but stop being thirsty for and jumping for just every situation. Sometimes you got to hold out, and like you said, all money ain't good money. You know what I mean? I learned that, when I started saying no, I actually became more successful. I thought I had to say yes to everything. I had to be at every single place. When I actually said no and got more effective with what I was doing.
Especially if it has to do with you sacrificing your integrity, who you are, person.
Yeah.
And it's definitely not a good bag.
That's true. See, like you were just saying, don't be afraid to tell a person no. Like that, like even when I go into meetings and stuff, I expect to know mentally, because that's the worst thing somebody can tell you is no. You know what I'm saying? You go in there, you might say, if they say no, I'm not gonna be hurt. But if you go in there expecting this person to say yes all the time to you, every time you're gonna be a disappointed person.
You're gonna leave crying everywhere.
So sometimes, like you can use that as a Jew. 95% of the time, expect to no. Everything other than no, you won. Because like I said, if you go in and be like, yes, no. Sometimes you can say, you know what? If they say no, I'm already mentally prepared for it, and I'm going on to the next one.
Yeah.
Because like I told y'all earlier, you can get 50 no's. It don't take but one yes to win.
One yes.
One person can change your life forever. Ray J changed Kim Kardashian's life forever.
That's
might edit that out. But I'm just saying though.
That's facts though. The whole family billionaires now.
Yeah. They richer than he is.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying though, it don't take but one to change your life. Jamie, I see the record. Jamie did a song. He said he want Kim, Chloe, and whatever in a song. He said, y'all pray for me because I want to be like Kanye. but my point is though, all jokes aside, it only takes one chance, and capitalize on it. When you get your 15 minutes, man, run them.
Go hard.
I ain't gonna say it's gonna be an easy 15 minutes, but take advantage of it, man. Capitalize on it, and set yourself up like we were saying earlier. Set somebody else up. Once your run over, be in a position where you can be a label head, or you can run one of the biggest management companies. Where just set yourself up. Like, remember, you don't have to be the smartest person. They keep smart people around you. And that's being. See, I got a lion tatted on my arm. That's being a lion.
Yeah.
The lion is not the biggest person in the jungle. He's not the strongest one. He's the most feared one because he's his confidence high.
Yes.
You know, if an elephant take a lion and stomp all over his head. But that lion coming out like elephant. I don't care what you think. I'm bigger and badder than you. It's a mentality.
It's jungle, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So don't feel nothing. Just go for it. Like I said, the worst thing a motherfucker tell you is no.
That's it. And once you start being scared to know, the world's yours. Like, stop being scared to know.
Yeah, don't be afraid of no. Like I said, don't take that one yes. That one yes be like, boy, I had 50 no's. Imagine where the world would be at if everybody would stop that or no. As soon as you walk in the building, a bank, they say you're not gonna get this loan. It might not be a Nike or a Snickers or candy company or something. You know what I'm saying? It might not even be a Zoom.
Yeah.
People do not like the idea of rejection.
For real.
Yeah, just take it for what it is.
Yeah.
Be like, you might not see my vision, but somebody gonna see it.
Yeah.
Facts.
Exactly.
You know how many people say they don't, for instance, Dame Dash said he didn't like Nelly. You know what I'm saying? Nelly went right down the hall in Def Jam and Universal picked him up.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? Like everybody, you know, that was a no, but Nelly didn't quit. Who that Master P had Eminem. He didn't see it.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that. Yeah.
He had NDRE. He didn't see it.
Wow. And
like
Wraith was on another level, got dropped before he got with Young Money.
Yeah. See, I remember Nikki used to live next door to my uncle with their help. And she used to, my uncle and George Clinton real cool. And I used to see Nikki walk up the hill to this house, hit her and Deb to see George. And I didn't know, lo and behold, 3-4 years later, she was, you know, gonna be who she was. Like as a manager too, you gotta foresee.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like you ain't gonna catch them all. Sometimes you gotta foresee something. You might like, you know what, this apple ain't ripe yet, but eventually it's gonna be ready.
Yeah.
And that goes back to the artist development.
100%. 100%, man. Major keys, man.
This is lit.
Yeah, we thank you. I mean, not only did you help, you know, the followers and fans that are watching the podcast, but you dropped some keys for us, you know what I mean? Some inspiration for us. So we greatly appreciate that. Again, we congratulate you on your
I congratulate
your brand. You know, what you're doing with the movie, what you're doing with your artists, and Jamie with the situation with Epic Records that you've done. And I know you got a lot more on the way. We want to stay in tune. We got your number now, so we got to stay in tune and you know, win together, man. But you're winning, and it's truly inspiring. And having people like you on the podcast, it really, man, it really does change lives. And I know from this episode, you're gonna stop somebody from quitting. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many people ready to get up. You know?
And see, with you all, without platforms like this, I wouldn't be able to even share my knowledge. So it's like we both accent each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like making a cake is no good without oven. Without you guys sitting down and setting up y'all platform to give people opportunities. Like this huge.
Yo, thank you, for real.
Yeah, man, because you know it's opportunities like you know, you giving people a whole nother audience that they wouldn't have. So without you all, it wouldn't, the artists and the people y'all, the clotheslines and the people y'all interview, y'all helping them get their stuff out.
You
know, like I said, it's 1 to 1,000. You get the same energy to one if you did 1,000.
Wow.
Like you might not be like today, like I said, you might not be the biggest podcast today. I can wake up a month from now and y'all just the biggest drink champs.
Absolutely.
And then the name of y'all podcast is Love. So hey, you already got it.
Yeah. And you know we gotta have you back.
What's greater than love in the world? Love don't hurt. Love is the happiest, joyful thing in the world. So y'all got the perfect name.
Yes.
You know, it's like y'all gotta shoot them up, bang bang or crazy. Now y'all say love. Love is the most beautiful, prettiest thing in the world.
Man, well, I mean, we thank you for this time, and you know, it's truly a blessing. Well, I hate when you can love first. It's the Love1st Podcast. Yeah.
What up, everyone? If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit that notification bell for the latest podcasts, music videos, and comedy skits. We got a lot more content coming your way.
We here all day, baby.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the channel, baby.
We gotta show love first.